Okay, so we are now on part 2, and the topic for this part is nutrients. So we're going to be focusing on water, vitamins, and minerals. I want to point out water is a macronutrient, but vitamins and minerals are micronutrients. Okay, so starting with water, our bodies are made of about 60% water, so obviously it's important to keep that replenished. We want to keep a normal temperature, so maintaining homeostasis is like what our body wants to do all the time. You're probably going to hear me repeat that over and over, but that's just one of the things that water helps us do. It helps lubricate our joints, protect our spinal cord, and helps us get rid of wastes. Definitely very important for our digestive system. So if it's really hot, if you're working out a lot, obviously if you have a fever or diarrhea, vomiting, breastfeeding, all of those things are going to cause you to need more water. But, the daily fluid intake, this is what Tiffany, the registered dietitian, has recommended, is that you just take half of your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 180 pounds, it would be 90 ounces a day. And so you can do the math and figure out how much water you need. And if you're breastfeeding or any of the ones above, just add on to that. So if you have more questions about that, go ahead and ask in the comments in the classroom. All right, so vitamins, this is another essential nutrient. So there are two types. There are water soluble and fat soluble. Water soluble just basically means it's going to dissolve in water, whereas fat soluble dissolves in fat. So, vitamins are needed, and don't get me wrong, I definitely take my own vitamins, but you have to be careful about taking them. So for the dietary note on this, it says use of supplements can lead to a decrease in the nutrient absorption in other areas if you're not careful. So make sure to speak with your doctor about supplements, even if they're over the counter. And then more doesn't always equal better. If you absorb too much of one thing, it can keep you from absorbing something else. And so it's less likely to happen with food. When your body absorbs some food, it can prioritize it better than when you're doing it with supplements. So it's best to try to get your vitamins from your food. All right, so I just made this little infographic just about the main vitamins. This is just for your use, and you can look at it later, or I might try to send you guys a copy of this digitally. A common theme to get all of these water-soluble vitamins I have in the bottom, and I think that's important. Just leafy greens, eggs, legumes, nuts, lean meats, citrus, and then always fresh fruits and vegetables. Those are always something we can have to get our vitamins. Okay, so our fat-soluble vitamins, these are going to be what put us at more risk for having toxic levels of them, because of the fact that they are stored in our fat, and our fat just doesn't go away. We cannot just excrete our fat, unfortunately. So, these are the vitamins that if you are taking them, you should be doing it under a doctor's orders and or a registered dietitian to make sure that you're, getting what you need, and then making sure that you're not overdosing on them. So vitamin A, D, E, and K, and then a way to remember that is ADEC, and that's something that Tiffany taught me. All right, so for minerals, this is important for our body. So the presence of minerals can help other reactions occur in the body, and they're really important at helping us maintain some hormonal signals that happen. So our dietary note from the dietitian says, if you decide to take these, make sure you talk to your doctor and monitor your blood levels. And so many minerals are essential, but some of them are only needed in trace amounts. So remember, more does not always equal better. This is a chart I made. It is not all inclusive. I think there's like 13 essential ones, but these are the top ones that I think are important. Tiffany has pointed out that they're important. And I just like the fact that you can find them in your diet and you don't need to go get supplements and you don't need to pay for them that way. Just eat it, pay for your food once and your nutrients once, and just eat nutrient rich foods and get the minerals from that. That's how it should be, at least. So, but Tiffany says, vitamins and minerals, those, if we take supplements of them, that's like extra insurance, but we should really be focusing on getting them from our diet. So, just like she said, think of it like car insurance. You don't always need it, but if you do, you have it. So same thing, we can take supplements, but of course under doctor's orders if it's one that's fat soluble. But you just want to be sure that you are concentrating on getting that from your actual diet and whole foods. So a quick review. This is water, so that it mostly helps you maintain homeostasis, regulate temperature. It's a macronutrient. We need it in large amounts. Vitamins, we could find it in fresh fruits and vegetables, promote growth and development, and again, help maintain homeostasis. And then lastly, minerals can be found in foods from plants and animals, imperative for growth and development and basic immune functions. So definitely good for you, but just the take home here is more is not always better. And you don't need to pay for expensive urine. It's best to get them from Whole Foods. And if you're going to take supplements, check your blood with your doctor.